Hello. Welcome to your channel, Wellness at My Age. It's a pleasure to have you here. Here we talk about health, longevity, and natural, easy habits that help you maintain your physical, mental, and emotional balance. In this video, I want to share something truly special that can transform your well-being day by day. Today on Wellness at My Age, we'll talk about 5 medical stretches that restore your mobility and eliminate pain after 50. Have you ever stopped to think why, as the years go by, your body starts to feel stiffer, slower, or heavier? It's not just about aging. It's the silent result of something we repeat every day without realizing it, spending too much time sitting and moving too little. The human body was designed to move, to stretch, bend, twist, and stay active. However, today most of us spend between 8 and 12 hours hunched over a desk, a steering wheel, or a screen. Without noticing, our muscles begin to shorten, our joints lose their natural lubrication, and the body starts to close in on itself. That stiffness you feel when getting up in the morning is not aging. It's your body's way of warning you. And if you ignore it, the price can be high: back pain, neck tension, locked hips, cracking knees, or shoulders that no longer move freely. The good news is that all of this can be reversed. And the best part is, you don't need medication or expensive treatments. The medicine of movement remains the most powerful, natural, and free therapy that exists. Today I want to share with you 5 medical stretches that almost no one does, yet they can relieve up to 90% of common physical discomforts after the age of 50. These are simple, safe, and scientifically proven movements that will help you regain your body's natural flexibility, mobility, and vitality. So grab a sturdy chair, a mat, and most importantly, an open mind. Because when you learn to release the tension you've been carrying for years, you'll feel changes not only in your body but also in your energy, your sleep, and your mood. Stay with me until the end, because the last stretch could completely transform the way you walk, sleep, and feel each day. And before we continue, I have a special invitation for you. If you're over 60, or simply want to feel more energetic and mobile, subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone who needs it. Here, every week, I share new routines and practical tips to help you stay strong, flexible, and full of life, no matter your age. Alright, let's begin. Medical stretch number 5. Cat-cow awakening your spine. If your back cracks every time you get up, or if it's hard to straighten up after sitting for a while, this will be your best ally. It's called cat-cow, and it's one of the simplest yet most powerful movements to restore the youth and flexibility of your spine. I remember the case of Maria, a 68-year-old patient I once treated. After more than 3 decades working at a computer, she began to suffer constant lower back stiffness and discomfort when bending down. She thought it was just her age, but I showed her this stretch and asked her to practice it every morning. After 3 weeks, her pain had decreased by nearly half, and she told me something I'll never forget. "Doctor, my back feels awake again, as if it came back to life." Since then, she's been doing it every morning as part of her routine to wake up her body. To perform it, get down on all fours, with your hands directly under your shoulders and knees aligned with your hips. Inhale deeply as you drop your belly and lift your chin. That's the cow position. Then exhale as you arch your back like a scared cat, letting your head drop gently. The movement should be smooth and synchronized with your breath. This exercise mobilizes every vertebra, improves circulation in the intervertebral discs, and can reduce lower back stiffness by up to 48%, according to clinical studies. It also strengthens the deep abdominal muscles, which are responsible for maintaining good posture and protecting the spine from future injuries. Perform about 10 slow and controlled repetitions, feeling how each part of your spine comes back to life. If you feel discomfort in your wrists, you can rest on your forearms. The effect will be just as beneficial. With each breath, you'll notice how your body releases tension that may have been accumulating for years. If you begin to feel warmth or relief in your back, congratulations, that's the sign your muscles are waking up. Your body is telling you it's responding, it's moving again the way it's meant to. And get ready, because the next stretch is one of the most powerful for unlocking tight hips and improving circulation. Medical stretch number 4. Butterfly pose, free your hips. Did you know that most lower back and knee pain doesn't actually come from those areas, but from overly stiff hips? Spending long hours sitting shortens the inner thigh muscles and the hip rotators. When those muscles lose flexibility, the pelvis stops moving freely. Then, the back tries to compensate, and that's when pain appears. This is where the butterfly pose comes in, one of the oldest yoga stretches and also one of the most recommended by physiotherapists and doctors for older adults. It's a simple yet deeply restorative movement. It opens the hips, improves posture, and boosts circulation in the lower back and pelvic area. I remember Antonio, a 72-year-old patient who came to my clinic unable to bend down to tie his shoes. For years, he believed it was just part of getting older, but after adding this stretch to his morning routine, in just 4 weeks, he was able to do it again without help. It wasn't a miracle, it was mobility restored. To do it, sit on the floor or on a soft mat. Bring the soles of your feet together in front of you and let your knees fall gently to the sides, like the soft wings of a butterfly. Hold your ankles or feet, keep your back straight, and avoid forcing your knees downward. Let gravity do its work. Lean your torso slightly forward from the hips, not from the back, until you feel a comfortable stretch along your inner thighs. Take deep breaths and hold the position for 1 to 3 minutes. Practice it daily, and you'll notice how your hips unlock, your steps become lighter, and your posture more upright. If it's hard to keep your balance or you feel pressure in your lower back, you can do this stretch with your back supported against a wall. Remember, the hips are the center of the body. When they move well, everything else flows naturally. Can you feel that tension releasing? Don't stop here, because the next stretch is probably the most relaxing of the day, the one that melts away years of tension and that your back will beg you to repeat every night before bed. Medical stretch number 3, child's pose, the body's deep breath. There are movements that don't just stretch, they heal. And child's pose, also known as balasana, is one of them. It's the ultimate posture of rest, a stretch that releases tension, calms the mind, and restores peace to a body tired from years of effort and poor posture. Think about this. Your spine has spent decades carrying weight, emotions, and responsibilities. Every time you lean forward and rest your forehead on the ground, it's as if your body whispers, "Thank you for letting me rest for a moment." This movement directly targets the muscles that suffer most over time, the spinal extensors, shoulders, and hips. It helps reduce pressure between the vertebrae, increases flexibility in the torso, and frees the breath that often gets trapped when we stay hunched for too long. In fact, a study from Harvard Medical School found that older adults who practiced this posture 3 times a day for 6 weeks reduced their lower back pain by up to 89% and significantly improved their sleep quality. To do it correctly, kneel on a yoga mat and separate your knees to hip width. Sit back onto your heels and slowly lean your torso forward. Extend your arms in front of you and rest your forehead on the floor. Breathe deeply, and with each exhale, feel your back melting down as the weight of the day leaves your muscles. If you feel discomfort in your knees or ankles, place a cushion between your hips and heels, or under your knees, to relieve pressure. Before we continue to the next movement, let me remind you of something important. If these exercises are helping you regain your strength and mobility, subscribe to this channel, activate the bell, and share this video with someone who might need it. Here at Bienestar Medad, we upload new medical routines every day, designed especially for older adults who want to stay active, pain-free, and full of energy. Sometimes, when you try to bring your forehead to the floor and can't reach, just place a pillow underneath. The goal is not to force your body, it's to help it relax. Do this stretch each night before bed, or at the end of a long day, and soon you'll notice something incredible. You'll sleep more deeply, breathe more freely, and wake up with less stiffness and pain. Medical stretch number 2, lumbar twist, the rejuvenating spinal rotation. Now let's move on to the second stretch, what I like to call the rejuvenating lumbar twist, a true fountain of youth for your spine. There's one movement most people forget until their back starts to complain. It's the lumbar twist, a stretch that restores spinal mobility, releases compressed nerves, and literally rejuvenates your body from within. Imagine your spine as a chain made up of small joints. If one stops moving, the others have to compensate, and that causes pain, stiffness, and muscle fatigue. This simple movement works as a natural lubricant for those joints, improves blood flow, and eases pressure on the intervertebral discs. In a study from the University of Sheffield, adults aged 60 to 75 practiced this stretch for 12 weeks. The results were impressive. More than 50% reduced their lower back pain, and flexibility increased by nearly 40%. Some even regained the ability to twist their torso without that pulling sensation that often appears when driving or getting out of bed. To perform it correctly, lie on your back with your arms extended in a T shape. Bend your knees and keep your feet flat on the floor. Then, let both knees slowly fall to one side without lifting your shoulders off the mat. Turn your head in the opposite direction of your knees and breathe deeply. Hold the position for 30 to 60 seconds on each side, without forcing the movement. This gentle rotation activates the oblique abdominal muscles, stretches the lower back, and relaxes the sciatic nerve. If your knees don't go down easily, place a cushion underneath for support. Remember, this isn't about forcing your body, but freeing it. Each time you practice, imagine your spine decompressing, as if you're creating space between each vertebra. Within days, you'll start to feel lighter, more mobile, and less stiff in the morning. That feeling of relief you experience is your back saying thank you. I remember Maria, a 67-year-old patient who once told me, "Doctor, every morning I woke up feeling like I was wearing armor on my back." After just 1 week of practicing this twist, she wrote to tell me she could move again without pain, and for the first time in years, she was able to sleep through the night without waking up with cramps. If these kinds of exercises are helping you, I invite you to subscribe to the Wellness at My Age channel, turn on the notification bell, and share this video with someone who might need it. I upload new videos every day with guided routines and health tips designed especially for you. Now, let's continue with the next movement. The doorway chest stretch, a simple yet incredibly powerful exercise. Take a moment to look at yourself in the mirror. Do you notice your shoulders falling forward, your neck jutting out, or your upper back rounding? That's not a coincidence. It's the result of years spent looking at screens, reading, or driving. This hunched posture doesn't just affect how you look, it can reduce your lung capacity, increase neck tension, and even affect your balance. Fortunately, there's a movement as simple as it is effective to help you reverse it. In just 3 minutes a day, the doorway chest stretch can correct rounded posture, open your chest, and improve your breathing. Think of Teresa, a 70-year-old patient I recently treated. For years, she struggled with shoulder stiffness and couldn't keep her back straight. Once she started doing this stretch every morning, she noticed something amazing. She no longer hunched over when walking, she could breathe more deeply, and she felt taller and lighter. This simple gesture restored her posture, her dignity, and her confidence. Here's how to do it. Find a doorway. Place your forearms on each side of the frame, with your elbows bent about 90 degrees and slightly above shoulder level. Then, step forward with one foot, allowing your chest to open while keeping your back straight. You'll feel a gentle stretch across the front of your shoulders and chest. Hold for 30 seconds, breathe deeply, and repeat 3 times. If it feels too intense, start with one arm at a time or lower your elbows a bit. Over time, you'll be able to do it with both arms and notice how air flows more freely into your lungs. This movement doesn't just correct posture. It retrains your body to stand taller, walk with confidence, and move with vitality. Every time you do it, remind yourself, "I'm opening my chest and opening my life." Before continuing, I want to invite you to try all 5 stretches together tomorrow morning. At the end of this video, you'll find a guided step-by-step routine to start your day with strength, mobility, and no pain. And something very important, before adding any new exercise to your daily routine, always listen to your body. Everyone ages differently. What feels easy for one person might be more challenging for another. That's why I recommend doing a small safety check first, to practice confidently and without risk. First, tune into your sensations. Move mindfully, and remember that each stretch is an opportunity to reconnect with your body and restore your well-being. During the stretches, keep one thing in mind. You should feel a light tension, but never sharp pain. If you ever notice tingling, dizziness, or shooting pain, stop immediately. Your body is always speaking to you. Your job is to listen with attention and respect. And finally, don't forget your breathing. Many people unconsciously hold their breath as they move. But when you block your breath, you block your body's energy too. Take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale slowly through your mouth. With every breath, let your body relax a little more. That conscious breathing is what transforms a simple stretch into a truly therapeutic exercise. If you have a history of herniated discs, advanced arthritis, or joint replacements, I recommend consulting your doctor or physical therapist before starting. Even though these exercises are gentle, safety should always be the top priority. A professional can guide you with personalized variations suited to your needs. And I want you to remember something very important. The goal is not to do more, it's to do better. Consistency matters far more than intensity. Just 5 minutes a day can transform your mobility, your mood, and the way you connect with your body. A few months ago, I met Mr. Ernesto, a 72-year-old patient who came to my office with constant lower back pain. He said, "Doctor, I've already accepted that at my age, the body just shuts down." I suggested he start with only 5 minutes of daily stretching. A month later, he came back with a huge smile. He told me he no longer needed help getting up from his chair and had started walking with his wife every morning again. It wasn't magic, it was consistency. And if this content is helping you, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the Wellness at My Age channel, turn on the notification bell, and share this video with someone who also needs to regain their energy and mobility. Every day, we upload new videos with guided routines, health advice, and exercises designed especially for people who want to live with greater well-being and vitality. Now, I want you to think about this. Your body remembers. It remembers what it felt like to move freely, to stretch in the morning without pain, to breathe effortlessly. Even if decades have passed since you last felt that way, that memory is still alive inside you. It just needs a chance to awaken. Each stretch you do today, no matter how small, is sending a powerful message to your brain and your muscles. I can still improve. I can still regain my energy. Over time, those few minutes of dedication become a silent form of medicine. Your back feels lighter, your sleep improves, your mood lifts. You begin to walk taller with stronger steps, and with that calm smile of someone who has regained control of their body and their life. Because age doesn't define your ability, it defines your consistency. You don't need intense workouts, just the commitment to move a little every day. 5 minutes today can mean years of independence tomorrow. So next time you wake up feeling stiff, don't think, "I can't anymore." Think, "Today I start again." Do one stretch. Take a deep breath. Take one step. Your body hasn't failed you, it's simply been waiting for you to listen. Start today. Dedicate 5 minutes to these 5 stretches. And a month from now, when you look in the mirror, you won't just see a more flexible body. You'll see a person who chose to care, to move, and to live better. Remember, change begins with you. And before we finish, I want to thank you for sharing this moment with me. If this message touched your heart, subscribe to the Wellness at My Age channel, activate the notification bell, and join me every day. Here you'll find new routines, reflections, and advice to keep nurturing your health and your spirit. And above all, take a moment to thank God for the gift of life, for the opportunity to learn, to heal, and to move forward. Say this prayer with me from the heart. Father, thank you for everything you do in my life. I ask forgiveness for my faults and for anything that doesn't please you. I accept you as my Lord and Savior. Write my name in the book of life and never erase it. I give you my life, my mind, my heart, my spirit, and my soul, so that from this moment on, you alone may guide my path. In the name of Jesus, amen. Thank you for being here. See you in the next video. Until then, take care of your body, nourish your spirit, and live with purpose.